Almost. "Oops, you okay?" Eliza touched his elbow as she clamped her lips tight, locking up the laughter threatening to escape. Jet nodded. "Yeah, you missed, but not by much. I knew you were a dangerous driver, but apparently anything with wheels becomes deadly when you're around." Eliza smacked his arm and let loose a giggle. "Oh, hush. You're fine. How about a fresh cup of coffee to make it up to you?" "It's a start, I guess." After pushing her chair under the desk, Eliza scurried to the break room. The rich notes of coffee wrapped around her halfway down the hall. Welcoming the familiar scent, she inhaled deeply as she poured her brother's coffee. The fresh brew looked too good to pass up. She poured herself a new cup as well and returned to the front. There, she set her cup beside her keyboard before taking Jet his. He mouthed a thank you and pointed to his headset. Eliza nodded and returned to her seat, passing Hannah as she did. Hannah, sister-in-law extraordinaire and the much-needed voice of reason between Eliza and her brother, had found her comfy spot by the main phone. Her feet sat on a box of copy paper beneath the desk and her back rested against a throw pillow. If the setup wasn't doctor's orders for Hannah and her growing bundle of joy, it would have been comical. Eliza waved at her, scrunching her lips between a grin and a pout at the adorable sight. The sounds of the office settled softly around her as she resumed her work. The click of Jet's keyboard, the rustling of papers being sorted, the tick-tock of the second hand circling the clock. Eliza focused on the medley of familiarity until her nerves got the best of her and she reopened the email from her unseen supervisor. If only she knew what to expect. Maybe I can find out. A company as vast as McCoy Railway surely had an expansive website that might include bios. After a quick internet search, she found the page and clicked on the staff subheading. There, directly beneath the CEO, a man with coffee-colored eyes and a jawline just as strong smiled at her. "Hello, Mr. Bennett M. Olsen." Clicking the photo, Eliza zoomed in for a better look. Immediately, she wished she hadn't. At first glance, the man was handsome. Up close, handsome morphed to gorgeous. Dark brown eyes, deep enough to get lost in, hair nearly the same shade with a few golden strands kissed by the sun, and a nose to make the Greek Olympians jealous. Eliza closed the screen without so much as skimming the paragraph about him, too afraid whatever the website revealed would make her believe in love at first sight. Nope, not interested. Sure, if she were searching for love, she'd try to find a man as unlike Austin Stone as she could, which made Bennett the perfect candidate. His dark gaze could never be mistaken for Austin's baby blues, and those hickory locks Bennett sported hit different than the blonde waves of her former fiancé. No matter, landing a date ranked so low on the totem pole of Eliza's life, she'd have to limbo to find it. Since extinguishing the torch she'd held for Austin, she had no desire for a new relationship, especially not with a big-shot businessman who called New York City home. Eliza startled in her seat as a ringing phone pulled her away from her musings and back to reality. Hannah pointed to her, letting her know she was transferring the call, and the line lit up. "Appalachian Express, Eliza Lee speaking." "Hello, Eliza Lee. How are you this morning?" Eliza smiled and crossed her legs as she answered. "I'm blessed, Trish. And you? If I was any better, I'd have to sit on my hands to keep from clapping." "That's wonderful." Eliza tried to sound upbeat, despite the frown that formed as she scanned her computer screen. Still no email, no word as to when the new supervisor would arrive. She reached across her desk for her coffee and blew across the top for a moment before taking a sip. "I wish I were half that good." "Listen to this and maybe you will be. We've got more toys and candy than ever before. Oodles of gloves and hats, top-notch coats, and 1,000 turkey certificates, up from the 500 last Christmas. Our sponsors have truly gone above and beyond. Praise the Lord." Eliza nearly leaped from her chair, but seeing Jet on his headset kept her in check. She bounced up and down as she clenched the phone tighter.